not live, but recorded. What up, Big V?
What's going on? What up? What
Nothing much,
up?
man. I'm just blessed that you could that you could take this invite, man, and have this 30-minute conversation with me and to bless this content, this new thing that I'm doing with my channel and growing into different areas. And I'm grateful that you were able to say, hey man, let's do this as my first guest and introduce this to my channel lineup, man. I appreciate that, man.
Man, you know what ain't nothing, man. You know whatever we can do to help each other out, bro. You know what it is. Family, bro. That ain't
Appreciate
nothing.
that's the thing, man. I mean, and we could do it like this because, like I said before, I hit record on this, man. It's one of those things where it's like this ain't gonna be about gaming and what's hot right now, what games come out. This is gonna be one on one, introducing you to the world, just uplifting you, your foundation. This is gonna be about you, a spotlight on you. And I know
Mm.
right before we started, it's the same shit with my live podcast, man. Like right before we start, we get all these technical issues. So if you don't see what the headset on right now, trust me, we tried everything we could, and it was like, what the hell's going on? I
We
don't know.
tried, man. We tried.
It's one of those weird shit that technology is trying to prevent. That ain't happening today. But I
Nope.
want to start off with an icebreaker. Like this is one of those things I learned when I was in corporate world. Icebreaker: two truths and a lie.
Okay.
I want you to tell me two truths and a lie. Let me choose which one is the lie.
All right. I hate dogs. I was born in May, and my favorite rapper is Nas.
You hate dogs. You were born in May. Favorite rapper is Nas. That ain't it. That ain't the lie.
Which one?
The Nas one ain't the lie. That man's a lyrical assassin. That ain't the lie, man. And I know your content, so that ain't it.
Okay.
Oh, hate dogs. That's a good one. Hate dogs. I got two, three dogs of my own, so I'm a side that, and I'm gonna go with
Okay.
May. Yeah. I'm gonna say the lie is that you were born in May.
Nah, man.
What? You hate dogs?
You know what? You know what? I think I gave you all three truths. That's what I gave you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all
I
right.
love
It's all right.
dogs. I was born in May, and I love Nas, man.
That's all
I could
good.
I couldn't think of a lie to give you, man. I couldn't think of a lie. I
Well,
was like,
see,
I want him to think. I want him to, because I know you know I love dogs. He knows I love dogs, man. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of a lie, man. I gave you
see,
all truths. I gave you all truths, man.
that's why you my dog, man. Because I you ain't never gonna steer me wrong, man. You know, not a lie, not one lie in those three, huh?
Nah, man. I was born May 31st. I'm a Gemini, bro. You know.
Oh, baby. Oh, here we go. June 21st, Gemini. Let's go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's
Yeah, yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir. You
Yeah,
know,
we're Geminis in here.
man, that's crazy. You know,
We learning, man.
and I love Nas. Always have, man. You
Hell,
know,
he's a
always
lyrical
have.
assassin, man. That man's good with words, man. He's good. His lyrics, man. If you listen to any of his albums, all his albums, that man tells a story from beginning to end, man. He just tells a
Man,
story from beginning to end. That man does not miss.
incredible artist.
Oh, he's incredible heart, yeah. So he's been in the hip hop world for a while though.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and you know what, man? He's showing people that, because you know, man, I'm an artist too, and the thing is, like the stigma with the rap is people think that if you didn't make it in your 20s, you shouldn't be doing it. That's
You
not
shouldn't be
true no
doing it.
more. That logic is dead as fuck right now. You know,
Well,
it's so.
that's before all the technology and all the shit
Thank
like we
you,
have now. We got avenues now.
thank
There's
you.
no more excuses for that right there.
It's no more excuses. You can literally make your own fan base. You don't have to be famous to everybody in the world. It's
No.
plenty of people that have thousands or hundreds of fans, and they do shows, they tour. You know, it's the underground be winning. Like you can be somebody where you at and make a killing. You
You
know.
know what? You know what's it's weird for some is weird, but if you don't have your ear to the ground, you ain't gonna you don't think this is weird, but the underground is not becoming mainstream. For me, the underground was always mainstream. That was
Mm.
the underground music for me was always the mainstream thing. But
Mm-hmm.
for like nowadays with technology the way it is, with all these socials and the way you can get yourself out there, you can
Yeah,
even sell your album without having to worry about signing to a label. That's being proven every single day.
bro. Let me tell
And
you something,
yeah,
bro. Speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up.
yeah, man.
Since 2013, I have been selling my music direct to consumer via PayPal and everything else, bro. Just by reaching out, I got a whole. I keep a list of people who buy my stuff. So when I'm dropping, I'm going directly at these 100, 200, 300 people right here, all off the rip. I literally got a mailing list, bro. Like a mailing list. You know what I'm saying? Like where every time I'm dropping, I know these
All
people
right.
right here are gonna buy it. It's direct to consumer. And I'm like, and keep in mind, I'm selling digital copies too. I'm emailing them the files. Some people aren't into the physical copies more.
And
You
that's
know what?
theirs, right? When you email it to them, that's for them to
That,
play
that
it wherever they want to.
trade it wherever you can burn it to a CD if you want to. You can put it on your phone. I don't. It's up to you. Play it from your
Bought it.
laptop or
Like
whatever.
I bought it. If I buy it, it's my. I could use it however I want it, however I see fit.
however you see fit. You bought it. It's a digital. You bought a digital copy, which is better than even streaming it because if Spotify or Tidal decide to shut everything down, you no longer can get my album. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they got to get their cut. Then it's just like off the top they get like what 30% or something like that just to
Man, let
distribute
me
that way.
let me let the people know something that don't really know about how this streaming thing works, right? You know how much money an artist get per stream? It's 0.0000001 cent. It's below a fucking penny.
There's
Below a fucking penny.
I didn't know there
Literally.
was that many zeros, bro.
You will if you was an artist, I promise you. You will pay
What the fuck? You
attention.
serious?
It literally takes 1,500 streams to make $10. Put that in
So
perspective.
so every time I hear like artists going, or not artists, but like these charts and everything, like the I don't know, the billboards or whatever, the top streaming artists, sold streamed this many. That don't really mean shit because for the artists at least, because they're getting like you said, 0.0000001, which is
Right.
less than a fucking penny.
Yeah, and again, you time that times a million. If you do a million streams, I mean, you might what couple thousand.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It look the
yeah, but
numbers
for an
look good.
artist, that ain't really much
That
because you're
ain't
putting a
shit.
lot of work and effort, man.
And now you see why I deem the phrase "make physical copies great again," because it's deeper than just the music. It's with everything. Like I mean, keep companies like GameStop alive. You know, keep record stores alive. Like we still need people to buy physical copies if you can't. Even with vinyl, that's why vinyl is making a comeback. You know.
That's crazy, man. Because I'm sitting here thinking, and I have this conversation a lot with like my gaming circle, where it's like I've been doing digital for quite some time, not thinking the
Yeah,
way you're telling me right now. But the advantage I get from digital is sharing with my son and that
of
whole
course.
sharing the game. It has benefits to that, but I never saw it from what you're telling me right now, where it's like the physical copy in the space of entertainment. Period. It's one of those things where it takes away from the pocket of the developer of the entertainer, and I didn't
Yes.
look at it that way, man. And that's something that I wanted to ask you. I wanted to bring you onto the show and ask that kind of stuff, that
Yeah.
perspective, because you're in that field. I want to know, like, you telling me 0.000000001. It's like, are you kidding me right now, man?
I'm telling you, bro. Like that's why, like streaming is great because like me, I'm in North Carolina. I can reach people all over just by the click of a button. That it's great in that aspect where
Right, right,
you
right,
you, you don't have to have your feet in certain states for people to hear you. You know,
right.
but when you have a family, and let me tell you like this, right? When you make music, you paying for studio time. You got to pay for the beats. If you don't have your own studio, you have to pay for that studio time plus the engineer. You have to pay for the cover.
And that studio time ain't cheap.
No, it's not. It's like $40 an hour. Understand that, and that's at the bare minimum. I mean, some are 60 to 100. So just to put that in perspective, yes. So then paying the cover guy, the beat guy, the studio guy, And then let alone if you're trying to get somebody to feature on it, it might be a couple hundred or a couple thousand.
Right,
You don't
you
just
got to hit them
depend
off. You got
on
to hit them off.
you gotta hit them all. You're literally the last one to get paid. So imagine you just sitting there waiting on these pennies. It's tough. And then you got to keep in mind, like your royalties come out quarterly. So you're not seeing that right away. But at the same time, those pennies are slow to add up because here's my thing. Why am I going to wait for 1,500 streams to equal $10 when I can sit here and sell my CD with a T-shirt for 35? Understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
that's what I be doing. I'm selling the merch with the CD. Like when I drop an album, right? I might drop because I'm good at this now. I package it up right. I'm gonna drop the CD. I'm gonna drop a T-shirt, and I'm hell. I might even throw like a poster in there. You know,
Okay. So,
35, 40
but you're
bucks.
giving away stuff at that point, right?
Absolutely. Well, it ain't costing me nothing because I'm making it myself.
Okay.
Understand? I'm the designer.
So the overhead, all that is
All,
designing,
all,
all that is
all that.
for you.
Yeah, all that is it's all me. So even after I ship it out for like $8 to $10, I'm still profiting 25 bucks. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That
Okay.
sounds way better than point zero zero zero
Oh,
zero
fuck yeah, it
zero
does.
one to me. You
Well,
know
not
what I'm
only
saying?
that, but if you're looking to on that customer service side, that's awesome. That
Yes.
customers, because what you, like it's like what Amazon does. Amazon,
Yep.
a lot of people complain about Amazon and how they do their business, how they run it. And I look at it as I've been Amazon Prime for quite some time, but because their customer service is A1.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
A1.
where if I buy something and something wrong delivered to me, and I go, hey man, this is not what I asked. This is not what I ordered. You gave me something wrong. They'll not just refund me my money. They'll let me keep what they sent to me wrong and send me the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
don't know how they. I mean, I'm sure they're taking a hit because I'm keeping two things now. Something I didn't order that I may even keep now and use, and the other one is now they're sending me something I want and they gave my money back. Like they've done
Mm-hmm.
that before for me. So that to me is like they got me for a customer because I know they took a hit on that. But for them, it's like, well, if we do this, they're gonna keep buying anyways.
And
You know,
see they're giving you options too. And
they
see, I
give you
provide
options.
options too. You can get the CD. I'm gonna sell the CD for 20 bucks. Or you can get the one with the poster and the CD for 30. Or you can get the one with the poster, CD, and the t-shirt for 40. It's up to you, you know? And people are like, oh, let me get the middle one, let me get the small one. So it's the options they
It's
love,
the
you know?
options,
It's the
choices.
options, choices,
At the end of
man.
the day, when you have more than one option, more than one choice, you're more liable to come back and shop. More to go. You know
Absolutely.
what? I remember that I went to Big V store. I hit that link and I had options there. I mean, I
Yeah.
wanted the big package, but my cousin or my friends, they love this stuff. So let me let them know there's options there. That they can, and the word of mouth continues, man. And
Yeah.
and how long? Let me ask you, how long have you been running your business?
I've been running Sky Zone Society since 2010. 2010.
So
I started
11
like,
years.
yeah, damn.
I hit you, huh?
Fuck, Sensei, that
Over the
shit
head,
crazy, yo. I just damn.
over the head, huh?
I swear
It's
it's like I
it's
blinked, bro, and it just happened. Like I literally would remember like just starting on my floor, bro. Like on my floor, like the idea hit me. I was literally sitting on my floor. You
you
know
know
what I mean?
why that hit you right now. The whole 11-year thing, it hit you right now. One, you said it out loud, or you heard it. You heard somebody else say it out loud. Two, you doing something passionate. You
Mm.
enjoy what you do, and you know what they say, man. When you do something you
It
enjoy
don't
for the
feel like work.
don't feel that work. So
It
what you're
don't feel
doing,
like work, man.
11 years went like this, man, because what you're doing is your passion, your love.
You
You
right.
know, what got you there though? What got you to what one day, what got you to wake up and go, I'm gonna do merchandise. I want to be a hip hop artist, or I want to do content.
Well, like, believe it or not, bro, like I always been an artist, man. Like I've been rapping since I was like 12 years old. I was always in the talent show and stuff like that. Um, Went to college at North Carolina A&T. I dropped my first album. We went around campus to campus putting it out. People loved it, saw the feedback. I started building a fan base since I was 18. And
Hmm.
even during the MySpace era, I was building more of a fan base then. And it was tough trying to transition to the digital world. because I was used to going hand to hand with CDs and stuff like that. So
Right.
it was tough then, but I figured it out.
The
So
hustle
then
was different then, man. The hustle was all physical. I mean, it was a whole different hustle back then.
you had to be out there. Yeah,
There
yeah,
were
it
no
was, yeah.
hashtags back then, man.
No, man, you had to be out there. So yeah, so like I would like before my shows, I would always go get like a custom t-shirt printed up at the mall. And the guy would always show him like 45, $50. I'm like, damn, man, like this shit's starting to add up. So I'm like, I started just looking at this equipment, like, man, maybe I can learn how to do that. You know, I don't know. So then, but like the problem was I was in like a toxic relationship, and the girl I was with she just didn't have no faith in me. So we end up
Oh,
going our separate ways anyway. But I ended up
yeah.
meeting my wife after that. And
There's the
she
blessing right there.
it was because I would be telling her about all this stuff, and she'd be like, make it happen. We can. She was like, we can do this. I'm like, we can do this. All right, shit. Let's
Let's make it
go.
happen. The support, yeah.
Right, and she actually bought me my first heat press machine. So
Oh,
we got that, learned how to do everything, and it was on from there, bro. And then I
that's
thought
a
to myself, because people would see me wearing stuff like, man, where can I get that? I'm like, I made this. Can you make me one? One customer turned into 10, 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into so and so. So now I got 3 press machines, and I got my own shop downtown Greensboro where I do the clothing line out of, and I take in walk-in customers and appointments and stuff. So yeah, man, it can happen. It can happen, bro. One t-shirt at a time. That was always my motto. One t-shirt at a time, man.
I remember when you invited me over to your show and we had our sit down. And literally we got toward after the whole gaming conversation we had, we turned it into a whole other session there, and it was like life.
Yeah,
And we talked about the support system. We talked about
absolutely.
the wives and the family that's there for you, and those who don't really, are not family or friend. They're not really about that. They don't understand what this is about.
Yeah.
So I remember talking to you about that on your show, even after the camera went off. We talked a little bit longer, and I don't know if I told you this, but I attribute a lot of what I do, and I think back to that conversation we have, and always the text messages we go back and forth with, how we bounce ideas or how we just talk life. And I sit there going, man, it's it. Whoever it was, whoever's responsible, and we don't know who's responsible for that, but put you in my life, put ourselves in our own paths to
Mhm.
meet ourselves in this situation. And I remember telling you, I'm like, man, for those who don't know this, I ended up quitting my job. And no, I didn't quit my job for the content creating. I left it because it was no longer passionate for me. But I felt that while I was working from home doing the content creation part, that started becoming more of the passion. I started smiling again, laughing again,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then talking to you and you telling me exactly what you just finished saying. Like, man, the support system's everything. And my wife, the same exact thing, man. She literally goes, do your thing. I got your back. Whatever you need, we got it. If you need a mic, we'll get a mic. If the camera, we get a camera. Whatever you need, because you are the most happiest at that point right there. And I want my husband to be happy. When she said that, I was ecstatic. So when you telling me this story about like your wife supporting you, getting you the first the heat print, and just starting it off like that, learning together, that's a beautiful thing, man. People
Yeah.
don't know that, man. It's a beautiful, that support system has to be there, man. It's a beautiful thing because we men, we could do this, and we could put it on paper. We like, let's go, we're doing it. But
Yeah.
without that support, eventually it'll start creeping up on us and going, man, am I really doing this for the right reasons? Am I doing this? Should I do it right? I mean,
Yep.
this show right here literally was me and you talking like this past week, like last week,
Yeah.
past week, right?
Yeah.
We exchanged some text messages, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I got an idea, and I want you to be. I hope you go with me on this one. And you said, man, without a shadow of a doubt, you said, go ahead, man. I got you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not, man? Why not, bro? Like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You
This
gotta
is
do
this is
it, bro.
facts. This
You
is
gotta
facts.
do it, man. You gotta risk take, baby. You gotta risk take, man. You know?
Interesting thing. You talked about the content creation part, the hip hop portion of it, and the merchandise portion of it. You also do gaming content. One thing I found out today, I didn't know as I was texting you for this meetup. You said homeschool.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
homeschool your daughter, your
yes,
kids?
yeah. I homeschool my son and my daughter.
Oh, your son, your daughter. Okay.
Yeah, second grade and kindergarten. So yeah, man.
What don't you do? I think
Man,
that'll be the shorter answer. What don't you do?
I mean, I also do videos too, photography.
You do everything, man. Yeah.
Man, I try to be a one stop shop. I mean, it's like this, man. Man, I grew up in a single parent home, man. My mother raised me. My dad wasn't around. I watched my mom. At the age of 7, man, I learned how to stay home by myself. My mom was going to night school. You got to think, this is the late 80s, bro. You
Oh
feel
yeah.
me? You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? Early 90s, man. Like, there wasn't no
The
cell
drug era
phones.
was high.
It was different.
Everything, man. It was a different era, man.
It was a different
Completely
era.
different era. Hmm.
So, we had to grow up fast. You know how it is. You learn quick. You
Oh
have
yeah.
to.
And there was no
So,
book. There was no
it was
books for that, man.
no, it's no cell phones, no books, no nothing. So
Nothing.
it's don't let nobody in this house unless you hear it's me at the door. Don't you answer that door. Your food in the fridge, and you do your homework. I'll be home at this time. It was that, and you had to do that. So I'm watching my mom go to night school, man, work 3 jobs up my whole entire life until I graduated high school, bro. You know what I mean? I always watched my mom hustle. My mom, even on the weekends, my mom would sell plates just so I can play AAU basketball, bro. Like, my mom always hustled. I was born with this hustle, bro. Like, that's why I can't be around people that ain't working. It don't make sense to me. It don't
Facts.
make sense to me, bro. Like, especially with all this technology around. My mom ain't had no technology to post on Instagram. She's selling plates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had to run
There was no
around.
Google. There was no
No,
job
you know,
listings on the internet. It was all
nah.
paper. You had to fill out a piece of paper. You had to learn. You had to learn yourself,
It
and you
was
had to
different.
fall. You had to fall 10 times before you got up 11th. Like that's
Yes.
how it was, man, back then.
You know
So
how it is on
it's
somebody
facts.
have a yard sale on the block. They had to go and put yard sale signs all over.
We
Like,
still do that.
this
Me and the wife
way.
still do that. Yeah.
You see how it was different. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like, I just don't. I'm not with people that ain't trying to chase their dreams, man. Especially in this climate. I just try to hustle, man.
There's
Just
just
try
way
to
too much
hustle.
stuff out there for us to use as an excuse that I can't like. I teach this to, and I'm sure you do too. I teach this to my kids from day one. I taught them there's nothing out there you can't do that's going to pay you.
Yep.
I mean, you don't need to literally. And I'm not like preaching the whole don't go get a job thing. My whole
Right.
thing is if you find yourself without a job, there's too many hustles out there nowadays with the internet involved that will get you cash in your pocket quick and fast. It may not support your habits, or maybe it may not support your bills, but eventually that hustle you have, that side hustle, will get you to the understanding of even in your real job or whatever job you have, punching in and out for 9 to 5. That's gonna translate to that. You know what I mean? That hustle, that drive, that determination will translate to that.
Yes.
It's never, and teach my kids, never an excuse. It falls on you to find what you need and what you want in life. Always falls on
Absolutely.
you. You cannot blame the next person. And I'm with you on that, man. It's one of those things where if you're not working just as hard as I am, then what's the point? I'm not
What's the
downing you.
point,
I'm not downing you at all. I'm not downing those who are who they are. Everybody's different. That's why we're human beings and we're different. I get it. But if you're not working as hard as I am, if not harder, then what's the point? I'm trying to grow. I want you to grow. Let's grow together.
bro? Jay-Z got a line. He said, "If every man in your clique is rich, then your clique is rugged. No one will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches."
Crutches,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? Like,
That's a badass line too.
that's a line, man. And I just want, I don't know, man. I want my kids to remember me, as the dad that was just always trying to work, man, and just doing something fun, and you know, and man, I just showed the homeschool my kids this year with this COVID thing, man. Well, I homeschooled the last year too, and I was just hoping that things would have got better around this time, and I'm just not comfortable. Like, we just had a 6-year-old kid die here from COVID, man, a couple of days ago. It's just tough right now,
Those are the
man.
sto- those are the hard ones to take in, man. I mean, as adults, when the adults pass away and whatever for whatever reason is one thing, but a
Yeah,
kid is that thing. A kid should always outlive us. You know,
Absolutely.
the young ones, youngins should always outlive the adults. All of us. Like I tell my kids, man, you guys are gonna outlive me forever. You know, um, man, that's hard, man. That's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we just got to keep plugging away as people, man, as human beings, and plugging away and keep loving each other, man. Like
Yeah.
I know it seems like a tall task, but just keep loving each other, man, and keep that positive vibe going, you know. Uh, but damn, that one's tough, man. When you see a
Yeah.
kid pass away from something so senseless,
Yeah.
something that I just don't, I don't know, man. It's hard, man. Like that's happening out here in Florida too, man. In Florida, where
Yeah.
my kids,
Everywhere.
my daughter's still going to school. She's finishing up this year, and kids are catching it, man, in her school, and I think two, maybe three passed away from it already.
Huh.
And it's like, God, man, it's hard, man. But
It's
you know what?
tough.
The tough part about that is, and this kind of annoys me because the first question people have when they hear something like that is, did they take the shot? It's
Yeah.
like, what does that matter, man? I mean, a kid
Yeah.
passed away, you
The
know?
kid passed away, bro.
Yeah,
Kid passed away. That's it. It don't matter.
but man, I mean, we're coming up on our 30 minutes, man, and let me look. Oh man, why so fast? I might have to extend this for an hour, bro. No, I mean,
I was
but
about to
no,
say,
man.
man, yeah, you gonna have to make one of these longer, bro. Like for real, man. Like
Well,
for
it's yeah,
real, man.
I gotta see where it's at with the time, but yeah, I definitely it's got to be a little longer, maybe like 45 minutes, something like that. I'll probably do one of those. But like I said earlier on top of the show, man, it's a blessing. Thank you. I appreciate you with all the love I have in my heart, man. This thing we have going, we have our personal phone numbers. We keep texting away, and that you said
Of
yes to
course.
this, man. That's I'm so grateful for you, man, for doing this. And we're definitely gonna have another one of these, whether it be off camera, on camera, it don't matter, man. Because I love having these conversations with you, Big V. You're my brother today, and you know that I've always said that. I'm gonna link all your information when you look at this video. Go to the description, guys. You'll see all his information at the bottom. Get this man the support, all of it. He's a super dad. He's a content creator of all types of content, not just the gaming content, but he's in the music industry, man. He does merchandise. I gotta get with him that. He does merchandise, and he's a friend, man. He's a friend. We met each other over Twitter, and
Yep.
it was the funniest thing over Twitter over this the fanboy thing, you know. And we got caught up in that. It's one of those fanboy things. We got caught up in that. And it's like, oh Lord, what are we doing?
It was fake
So
though. It was
stupid.
fake, baby. It was all fake.
It was
It was
fake.
destiny,
Did you
baby.
watch? Did you watch Dave Chappelle, the new one,
Yeah,
new
yeah.
special?
No,
Where
I
he
haven't
said,
watched the new one. Where
"Oh,
can I find it at?
it's on Netflix.
What?
It's a Netflix special." Yeah,
I
he
keep
has
hearing
one line.
about it.
He has one line that in the whole skit is a 1 hour show. He has one line that just popped up at me, man. He goes, they're gonna go to Twitter and try to cancel me. I don't give a fuck about Twitter. That shit is fake. I was like, that's my Dave Chappelle
I
is
love
a
Chappelle, bro.
master at his craft, man. That man,
Yes.
and he like if you paid it, he tells you this in his thing, his special, and I don't ruin it, but if you watch him from like all his stand-up specials on Netflix, but this
Classic.
one, it's a story he told throughout the whole thing, and he tells you in this last one, he tells you, listen, go back to all those specials, and I've been preaching the one message. I won't tell you what that is. Wait till you watch his last one. The man is a master at his craft. He knows what he's doing. Dave Chappelle, I hope you don't retire. I hope you do another one very soon, even though he said he might not do one for a very long time, but I wish he would do another one sometime soon, man. But Big V, man, that's going to be the wrap up on that. I'm going to have all of your socials, all of your information in the bottom description. I appreciate you coming here, man. Blessing my shows. The first one, this is going to drop. Well, when this comes out, it'll be out. But I am premiering this on YouTube tomorrow. But man,
Man, I'm hyped, man. On the first, I love this, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate the
I would have it no
opportunity,
other way,
man.
man. I would
I
have it
love
no
it.
other way.
Thank you, bro. Like, man, for real, man. I definitely enjoyed this time, man. I've been under the weather the whole week. You know what I mean? I'm feeling great right now. And this is the first thing I've done since I've been feeling better, bro. So, man, this is awesome, man.
That's good to hear, man. Brother, I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead
Okay.
and end it on that note.
Okay.
Call me, man. Text me. You already know. You know
Hey,
the
you
vibe.
already know. Love, bro.
Always. And as I always say on on my podcast, guys, happy fucking
Happy
gaming, man.
fucking gaming. Peace, bro.